We go. Welcome back to another class on the Lillian McDermott radio show Classroom. And today we're going to talk about the things that are keeping us from living the life that we want. So this is going to be a fun, unscripted class, as always, where we get to examine what we want. And through our example, through the times that I had to examine what I want, which is every day, and then Rebecca and Kelly. So fasten your seatbelts because we're going to learn and grow together, and it's time to dance. Here we go.
The Lillian McDermott Show.
We love, we fear, bridges we burn, we make mistakes, then we live and learn. When life gets tough, and it seems like your best ain't good enough. If you're in need of hope, you know where I'll be right here, right here. And when you need a friend, you can count on me. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
This is the place you can always turn to when you need a friend. The Lillian McDermott Show. To reach out to Lillian, visit her on the web at whenyouneedafriend.com. Now let's all learn together. Here's Lillian McDermott.
Hello, my listening and my viewing friends on Facebook.com/Lillian's radio show. I'm so glad we can meet each other on the air on this beautiful, best day ever. And for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, maybe you've tuned in to YouTube or the podcast or live on Facebook, please know we've been waiting for you. This is a safe place where you can go to when you need a friend. It is my commitment to provide alternative ways to heal, and it is my mission to make awareness, responsibility, and truth a part of our everyday life. And I hope you, my listening, as well as my viewing friends, will feel empowered to embrace a new truth and live the life of your dreams. As you know, that's how I start the class most every time. Sometimes I just go right into it without an introduction, but that's rare. But today, we're going to really dive into our limiting beliefs. What are the things that hold us back? If I would have said a long time ago, I don't know how to do a radio show, and I'm not saying that I do know how to do a radio show, but when I was offered the show back then, it's a classroom now, but when I was offered that, if I could have said, well, I never went to school for becoming a journalist or to do a classroom, but it was on-the-job training. I'm still learning. So if anybody thinks that I think that I am doing a great job doing this, then think again, because we all have these limiting beliefs. We're doing something, but at the same time, we're judging ourselves. We're holding ourselves back. And so this is a conversation that Kelli Bono and Rebecca Black of Keep Me Safe Organics have been having. I don't know, it's been like a theme between the three of us. It seems that we keep going back there. So we thought, instead of just talking about, Keep Me Safe Organics or the things that are absolutely phenomenal about their company, I just thought, let's just take our life lessons and create a classroom where we could all look at ourselves. We're constantly looking at ourselves anyway. But how about if we look at ourselves in our situation with curiosity and with compassion and without the criticism that we often find ourselves that digs us deeper into fear, depression, hiding out. So I'm so grateful that I have Rebecca Black and Kelli Bono of Keep Me Safe Organics to help me bring this conversation to the classroom. And I hope all you teachers' pets are sitting in the front row, because it is our sole purpose in life to give and receive love and knowledge. And I'm grateful that both Rebecca and Kelli are here to do just that. Welcome, ladies, to the classroom.
Welcome.
We are so excited to be here, Lillian. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So here we go. We just had an incredible road trip. Well, Rebecca flew But Kelli and I were like Thelma and Louise driving to Atlanta or beyond Atlanta, wasn't it? North of Atlanta.
Yeah.
To do an event with Dr. Jennifer Grameth. And it had to do with lymphatic. And we learned so much about that.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, so much.
So we have had a lot of time to spend together and to talk about our lives and what brought us to this moment. So I want to share, I want to maybe get started with Rebecca, and maybe you can share a little bit about your takeaway and learning about maybe the lymphatic system and toxicity, or maybe in your life, the things that have held you back. What's the first thing that comes to your mind that you feel, this is like the first thing I want to share about?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So my biggest takeaway was when Dr. Grameth started sharing about the lymphatic really is the missing link. And there is like this whole body approach. So it's mind, body, and soul really that go into healing your lymphatic. And there's some energy work that is involved in that, you know, and your thoughts create energy. And what if you've had surgery, if you've had trauma, it blocks the energy in that area. Your lymph nodes store all that. And what are we doing to kind of clean that out? And so that was really my biggest takeaway, was that it really is like a mind, a body, and a soul kind of holistic approach that actually works. And whenever Dr. Grameth shared that the success rate of chemotherapy with cancer patients was 2, maybe 3% of all the cases of cancer that receive chemo, there's only a 2 to 3% success rate in successfully treating cancers. Whereas doing the lymphatic training and doing the mind, energy, the diet, the internal, the external, the modalities, the food and everything like that, that I want to say their success rate was upwards of 20, maybe 30%. It may have even been higher, but yeah. I was totally astonished at the success.
She had
of that.
said like 70 or 65 to 70%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's still amazing when you're hearing, you know, all the work. She said all the most cancer patients have a clogged lymphatic system. And how wonderful to know that because you dared to think beyond, you're created a product that helps with these patients as well.
Yeah. Yeah. She didn't let that fear that I think that we've all experienced it. Like you said, whenever you were given the radio show, you could have just said, well, I don't know how to do that, so I'm just not going to do it. Whenever we started developing products, I could have said, well, you know, I'm not a chemist, so I shouldn't be doing this. Whenever I started doing hair, I'm like, well, I'm not a master stylist, so I should never own my own salon. And if Dr. Grameth would have stopped at, I don't know how to create a new machine, instead of giving in to that calling that she felt to create something new for another demographic of people. If she would have given into that fear, we would have never had the opportunity to learn from her. And so I think a lot of times in life that we do let that fear kind of overtake us.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So thank you so much, Rebecca, for that. And now, Kelli, we had 8 hours one way and 8 hours back. And so your takeaway in the weekend, whether it's with Dr. Grameth and thinking back in your life, what are some of the things that kind of remind you that you maybe have held yourself back and not move forward, or maybe fear has kept you from it? So Can you recall some time?
So Lillian, sorry, I think I've got what do you call those, smoke alarm batteries?
Okay. No worries.
I might mute out when Rebecca's talking or when you're talking, but just know that's what it is. Okay. So Lillian, I think for me, here it is. I think for me, one of the best moments for me personally, I think was our time together. I truly, truly love it. And let me just tell you, Lillian, the way that you just, I don't know, I just kind of felt like, you know, and Lillian is a life coach. So I feel like I got like such life coach, but let me just tell you.
16 hours of coaching at $150 an hour. Ka-ching. No.
Ka-ching. Perfect. But no, but let me just tell you, I have come back from that trip and I've eaten all plant-based. Like, it's just like my, yes, like Like, it's just, things are clicking. And so I just want to say, you know, part of me is proximity is power, and being around you. And all of a sudden I think, you know, just, you know, being able to talk things out. And, you know, Lily, you're amazing. So
Oh,
it was really
thank you.
easy and effortless to talk some of my fears and my limiting beliefs and things in my own personal life that I get stuck. We all get stuck, right? And just kind of talking it, because a lot of times it goes off in your head and you don't really say it out loud, like the secret or what's really going on, or you're kind of scared maybe to let someone in because you think, okay, this isn't lining up for me, but I really don't know how to communicate it to anybody else. So it kind of, the pattern stays stuck. And I think just talking to you and just talking about the diet and the lifestyle and the choices and it was just like, just talking it out. And, you know, I don't know, for me, I just felt like something got unstuck, and it was just been so easy. And here I could be surrounded. I went to a conference yesterday. Here I could be surrounded by, you know, all these bad choices. And here it was like, I was making the choice at the conference to get the juice, to get the green juice. And here I was making the conference to, you know, not get the free lunch that everybody's getting, but to go and honor myself. And, you know, it was just really, really, really powerful. So for me personally, the spending the time with you really was amazing. And just to be able, like, girlfriends. And I feel like, you know, the girls just want to have fun theme should have been playing the entire time, because that's really for me. I think when women get together and we connect and we share, we get great ideas. And so I love that. I've known about lymphatics. I've actually had lymphatics through Karen Walsh, a friend of mine that's locally.
Friend of ours.
And it would be awesome, because she'd be working on me, and she would get to a place, or she'd put the wands, and she'd say, it's getting really sticky. And I really wasn't understanding what quite the word sticky meant, you know. I'm like, well, just move through it, you know. But what I would notice is, as I would start to speak and as I would start to talk with Karen as she's doing the lymphatics, because it's like energy, it's current, right? And she'd say, something's getting sticky. And then all of a sudden I would just start to talk to her. And then all of a sudden the energy would move. And I encourage most people, because a lot of times we have things going on in our head that are really jumbled, right? Like really jumbled. And we have something. And sometimes my kids will hear me talking in the car and like, Mom, who are you talking to? And I'm just trying to get it out. I'm just trying to get what's going on in here out so I can make a good decision, you know? So for me, I loved our time together. And then I've known lymphatics. So for me, that was amazing. And what was so beautiful is my dad died of cancer. So when they were talking about the success rate and the cancer, and it kind of gets me emotional, but just to think, you know, we did the chemo route because 11 years ago, that's all we knew. That's all we knew. It's like, that's what you do. And so to know that there was a different option, and there was a better option, and maybe a better way, and maybe I'd still have my father today, that really kind of gets you, you know what I mean? And so it is kind of like, as you know better, you do better. And so just sharing that on such a level of like, hey, there are other opportunities. And as your body's starting to not feel good, as your body's maybe breaking down, there are other options. Are your meridians clogged? Are your lymph nodes turning off? You know, is disease, and just experiencing it myself, and just knowing that there's parts on your body that get really sticky, and the sticky is the clogged, and knowing that when all of a sudden they start to release, and a lot of it is the connection to speaking your truth. So, and I think that's part of one of the limiting beliefs is we can tend to get really quiet when we're unsure about something, but sometimes that's the moment we need to speak up, because there could be destiny in that moment. And so, Lillian, I feel like you were the highlight, and then the lymphatics and the training, because I know about lymphatics, but never seen that kind of training. It really brought me back in, and I'm going to schedule my appointment with Karen.
Yes, you're going to finish.
Because I have a series sitting, waiting on me.
Yeah.
That I just, you know, I had a baby and life got busy, and I stopped doing that. So, so for me, that was exciting and aha.
Yeah. So true. And it's interesting that Karen is also someone that I've known for many, many years. And I just referred someone to her that needs lymphatic. I think we all, in many ways, we don't understand. And next week, I believe it's Wednesday, Dr. Jennifer Gramuth is going to be in the classroom, and she's going to teach us about the lymphatic system. But today is not about the lymphatic system. Today was all about the experience that we all had together. And some of the conversations that we had throughout the weekend or the one day, I mean, it was a 24-hour period. It was like condensed into so much, that we were able to kind of like, we have so much in common. It doesn't matter. I'm like the mama bear here, and we have the younger ladies. We all share so many things in common. And many of it is that sometimes that conversation in our head gets us stuck. I want to go back and talk about that stickiness that comes in that you were discussing. The technical term is called sticky. And what sticky is that wherever it is sticky in your body, there's an impedance. Right there, it's right there. And then that's where you need to release that impedance. That impedance could be scar tissue. That impedance could be backup of fluids in your body. But that impedance could also be pain, past trauma, unresolved issues. It could be just anything. And the body stores it and protects you from it. The pain, the body knows, the gut knows that there needs to be something resolved. And perhaps the brain knows it's going to be painful. So the body says to the brain, you know what, let's get an alignment here. I know you need to deal with something painful, but you're not giving me permission to deal with it. So the body says, I'm going to honor that pain that you're supposed to have, with a backache, or you sprain your ankle, or something breaks down in your body. So it's very important that we be real, totally real about this, because whether they're fears or whatever in our lives, if you suppress them, then they will manifest in other parts of our body. So with that in mind, I'm going to go back to Rebecca. So let's talk about a fearful time, Rebecca. And this is like, I'm catching you off guard here.
That's
a fearful time that you decided to go beyond that limitation.
Okay, so a fearful time where I decided to go past the limitation. Great question. And you know what? There's actually a few. Okay. And I'll take it back just to whenever I was in corporate America. Had I let the fear of I'll never be able to have insurance or make that money again, if I would have let that fear stop me, then I wouldn't be right here today. You know, it is a 15-year journey in the business world without a business degree for me to be right where I am today. Mm-hmm. So whenever you have a desire for something, and sometimes our desires and our calling is bigger than us, it's bigger than just one thing, and it's bigger than just one group of people as well. And sometimes I feel when you are called to serve more groups of people, mm-hmm. It's very easy to give into the fear of, well, what if someone doesn't like it? What if I don't succeed? What if I make someone mad? And I think that if any of us on this panel today would have given into fears along the way, we wouldn't be right here. But I think probably the biggest fear that I faced so far is really just going for it and really going into the world of product development.
Well, you've done a great job. And so with that in mind, I want to say that today, when the Keep Me Safe Organic girls are with us, the boss babes are here, they always come with a gift. So Rebecca, what's the gift for today?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so our gift for today is one of my newest creations. It is an activated charcoal deodorant stick. So it has the most beautiful smell, and my lights aren't quite as bright as yours, Lillian. So mine looks a little bit darker. But you can see, here's my armpits, you guys. I have it on today. I don't look black.
That is a first on the Lillian McDermott Radio Show classroom. No one's ever exposed their armpits so willingly.
See, I'm not letting fear hold me back. I don't care if no one wants to see my armpits. They get to see them today. But we're going to be giving away 2 of these. And so this is chock full of moisture absorbing arrowroot powder. And it also has the detoxifying activated charcoal in it. So it's super skin nourishing. It is a rash-free formula. A lot of people, when they switch over to natural deodorants, they get a rash. And they're like, oh, well, I can't use natural deodorant because I get a rash. It's likely because there was too much baking soda in the formulation that they tried.
Wow.
And so it interacts with their body. You can put a little bit in there, but if you use too much, that is 9 times out of 10 what causes the reaction in people's armpits. So what do they have to do to win this, Lillian?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked me, because I was just about to write it down. Okay, so everybody who's watching the classroom today, or maybe even YouTube tomorrow, or if you're listening on podcasts later on, we're going to give it a couple of days. So on Monday, on Monday, or maybe, no, do Friday. I'll do Friday. How about that? So on Friday, I'm going to look at everybody who has tagged. Okay, first of all, you need to like this podcast, or this Facebook page, or YouTube, or if share on podcasts. But right now we're focusing on Facebook. What you need to do is like the Lillian McDermott Radio Show page. We also need, if you've done that already, then that's fine. But this podcast, the video goes on, it's posted later on, so you could like it, send us love, share it, and also tag a friend. So those are 3 different opportunities to get your name put into the winner's basket. And so everybody who participates in the comment section below will have their name added to the winner's basket. And then on Friday, so let me write this down because I want to keep my commitment. On Friday, I will pick 2 names, and I will reach out to the winners to let you know that you won. The only way you can do it is to actually participate, which is another fear. It's like we think about it, but we actually don't participate. So if you want a free, we're going to be giving 2 away. I have my own right here. And so I'm not going to take one of yours. So 2 for you. And away, again, you need to like, you need to this video, you need to share it and tag it. So with that in mind, those are 3 different opportunities. And the more you tag, the more your name will be in the winner's basket. So is that good?
That's perfect. You nailed it, Lillian.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So remember, get started. You can do that at any time. So you can write a comment. We want engagement. That's what we want. We want people to be excited about taking their life back so many times. And it's really exciting to hear, Kelli, because I want to go back to what you said about your nutrition. You already look radiant, even more than what you normally do. And so what was the fear? What do you mind me asking?
Yeah.
What was keeping you from the awareness? Because you were, there was a time in your life when you told me that you were raw vegan.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes.
so, and it was almost like you remembered that part of your life. So what kept you from remembering? What do you think was happening within you?
Well, I love that, but I think it's the story. I'm too busy. I don't have the time. Who can, prepare, and so what I found myself struggling with is I would do great things for my health, but then I would do not great things. And so I was like living this, I don't want to say double life, but just living this like half the time I'm good, half the time I'm not. And how do I get, and I think it was something that you said, Lillian, about, I think it was when we walked into that vegan restaurant on our way home. And I think you said something about being plant-based and how good you will feel. And how once you become plant-based, there is no counting of calories. There is no counting of this. There is no counting of that. And for me, I've got people around me that are doing the keto, and then I've got paleo friends, and then I've got the raw vegan friends, and I remember, it took me back to, I remember when I was raw vegan and there was no counting of calories. I just felt amazing. And for me, I felt like I was connected. I was like eating God's food, and I felt so connected to divine God. And I've done keto a little bit, and I've done paleo a little bit. And I never had that feeling of just feeling like my food is medicine, and this is just a personal belief. But I've been with a lot of friends, and they'll say, Kelli, if you're eating dead, dehydrated carcasses, how can you expect to feel alive? You know, like how can you expect to feel radiant when you're eating dead, dehydrated? And it's like, when you think about it, it's like, that does kind of make sense. You know, you're eating dead, decayed carcasses, but yet you want to feel radiant. And for me, there's something about the living live foods that really just make you feel radiant and lively, you know, and just amazing. And so I think when you kind of said, you know, about 100%, it almost like got me remembering, but it got me like, I can do this, like make the decision. And what was so beautiful is this weekend, you know, I'm surrounded by coffee and all the stuff. And then here I'm making my herbal tea. You know what I mean? It's like, because the room was cold, and it's normally, you know, and I'm not a big coffee drinker, so coffee is not my thing, but it was like all of a sudden everyone's drinking coffee, and you kind of feel like maybe I should just do it because everyone, it's like a herd mentality.
Yeah.
And then it was like, no, there's some beautiful tea, you know, and I'm going to go get tea, and I'm going to put a little bit of honey in it. And oh my God, it just was so nourishing. And here, you know, I felt like, you know, I had my little cup like everyone else, but what was in the cup was just so nurturing to my body. And I think just this whole weekend feeling like things have just manifested since, you know, you kind of gave, I think it was you giving me permission and allowing me, because think about it in life, how we make excuses. Like in our head, it's like, I don't have the time. It's too much work, or it's too much this. And then it's like, you know what? How can I not have the time? My dad died of cancer. At the end of the day, how can I not have the time? And it was just like really getting honest with that moment of like, this is my life. And I do not want to be in a place where Lily and I are talking about this in 10 years from now. I think that's probably the biggest, like, I've been saying that story for a few years. I had a baby and we're busy. I've got 4 kids. We're in the craziness of life and sports. I mean, I've got 4 kids all playing, except for the baby. The baby sport is me, but 3 kids playing sports. I mean, we are the busy. I know busyness, and it's like, okay, if that's going to be the story that stops me, it's really going to be the story in 10 years I'm still telling. And I don't want to be telling the same story in 10 years.
You know,
so
Kelli,
I think that was my aha moment.
Yeah. As you were saying that, how can I make the time? How can I make the time? That's an incredible excuse that we always use. I don't have time. But if we don't make the time now, that time will be taken away later. Think about it.
So true.
Think about it.
Yeah.
If I don't make the time to love myself today, I'll be taking time away from me later on because I haven't taken care of myself, or I haven't done these things. Mm-hmm. And, you know, like we could have blamed everybody. We could have said, well, the kids keep me busy, or my husband or I'm whatever the lack of responsibility, the anti, you know, taking ownership and giving ownership to everybody else. That's what it looks like. So we make the time to eat crap. Why don't we make the time and plan our health? So Rebecca, when I say that, I saw you nod your head. Mm-hmm. Did something resonate with you?
Yes, it does. So I've been studying Marie Forleo lately, and she says, anytime you say, I can't do something, I can't do it because I have kids, I can't do it because my husband won't support me, I can't do it because I don't have time, change your can't into I won't do it. I won't do it because I have kids. I won't do it because I have a husband. I won't do it because I don't have time. Mm-hmm. And because I won't have time. Because anything it is in this life that you want to do, we all have the same amount of hours in a day. And when you think about it like this, is your health important to you? Yes. Is your business important to you? Yes. If your doctor tells you you have 3 months to live unless you sit on your hands and silence for 2 hours every single day, and you will be cured, then you'll live forever. Are you going to take those 2 hours a day and sit on your hands? Of course you are, because no, you didn't get any more time. You just got a different priority. You got a different mindset about it because your health became important. Mm-hmm. Your business became important. Your goals became important. So it may mean you need to make a couple of shifts in what it is that you are doing, but time really is the age-old excuse that steals so many dreams. And the next time you feel yourself saying, I can't do that because I don't have time, I want you to tell yourself, I won't do that because I won't take the time. The time is there. You're just not taking it in the right way. And think about, if my doctor told me, if the person that I aspire to be, you know, if my mentor told me I need to do this for 1 hour a day, would I do it? And if the answer is yes, then you have to take that time.
Yeah. And you know what? If we are truly honest with ourselves, there's so much time that we waste, but in our mind, we're being busy. And that's the story in our head. And I also want to go back to something that Kelli has pointed out, her desire to go plant-based. Coincidentally enough, Keep Me Safe Organics, Ground Therapy, Brain Tap, we're all going to be there at the Space Coast Fresh Fest, which is all about being plant-based. And that is on March 1st this year, 2020, from 11 to 5. So 11 in the morning to 5 p.m. We're going to be surrounded by plant-based everything. Nothing that has animal or is allowed in this event. And so if you are looking for a healthier option, now keep in mind that you can be plant-based or call yourself vegan and have the worst diet ever. So we're talking foods that are not processed. That's truly plant-based. Now, there are going to be some foods there that if you eat too much of them will always cause problems in your body. So the choices that you make with the fork, with your dollar, with your, the choices that you make can either be like the fork could be an incredible weapon of mass destruction, or it can be a tool to heal every aspect of your body. So again, this is called the Space Coast Fresh Fest, and it's in historic Cocoa Village and the River Park or Riverfront Park, and it's going to be a phenomenal day. It's going to be a beautiful day. So it's going to be like 70 some degrees or 68, 70 degrees, which is perfect. And so just wear a little bit of a bundle and you'll be able to have, what are you guys going to be doing, Kelli? You're going to be doing like hand facials?
Yes. We'll be doing, we can do hand facials. We're going to be out there just educating on ingredients to avoid. And we're just really excited about the event and really getting to be with a community of other women and men that are really on the same life course. So it's going to be awesome.
Yes. And so there you can feel the products. So they're going to have a hand facial, I guess. But you could also, if you want a makeover, Kelli's going to be there to do makeovers. Not Kelli Bono, but the other Kelli, Mitchell. So she's going to do wonderful facials. Do you know how much she's going to charge for that? That's not free. There's going to be a charge for that, right?
I'm not sure at this point, but I'm sure it will be minimal.
Affordable. Yeah. Okay.
Always affordable.
So just know that you're invited to attend this event, this wonderful event. It's called Space Coast Fresh Fest, and it's whole food plant-based. And there's going to be food, there's going to be music, of course, ground therapy and brain tap. So you can come to our booth and get a free brain tap, but you got to go there, sign your name up, because we have two machines that you'll be able to relax on. And I don't know if we'll have a little blanket because it might be a little cool, but come and write your name down so that you can get a free experience with Brain Tap. That's rewriting the program. And I know that Kelli and Rebecca have both tried Brain Tap. Real quick, Rebecca, what were your thoughts when you tried Brain Tap?
Oh my gosh, I think everybody needs to do it because you don't really realize how deep some of the thoughts that you have that you can just see. Once you start doing it, you can start seeing, oh, that's why I don't focus. Oh, that's why I have a problem with follow through. And so it's it's so relaxing and it's so amazing with the lights going and then the meditation. It's really, everybody needs to do it.
And now for the Junior Olympic winner of brain tapping, Kelli Bono.
Lillian, this for me has been such a game changer. So my field, what I went to school for was family and marriage therapy. I've got a master's in spiritual psychology, family and marriage. Anyway, so I love, because I know that truly when you are aligned and you can unlock the keys to your powerhouse of your brain, beyond positive thinking. Does that make sense? Like where it's like in there, I know that the world will forever change. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so for me, literally, and I don't know if anyone's ever done the, oh my gosh, the light therapy. What is that called? There's a name for it. What?
Is it EMDR?
Yes. I was thinking I'm going to say miss a letter or something. EMDR. So what's so powerful is knowing that technique is out there, and it literally helps people that have been in traumatic experiences. And to know that I can put these headphones on and they have infrared in the ears. They have a dual tone going on. So you'll have, what's the name
beats.
of that?
Yeah, binaural beats. There's
binaural beats going on. And
light.
So, and then the lights bugging in the eyes. Oh my gosh, talk about getting over things like that. You get over things like that. And so it's so neat because before, sometimes you might be like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I have the time, or I don't know if I have this, or I don't have that. Yeah, she's pulling out the headband. Oh my God, I love this. This is like a therapy session, but you have it in your home and you can do it anytime. And I truly, yep, see, I love it. And I feel like it's a game changer as far as being the best you that you can be and being able to do something and have something. And listen, let me just tell you, there's days where I will tap 3 and 4 and 5 times a day. I'll go to bed listen to how good this is. At this event, I am such a light sleeper. I have 4 kids and I've got a baby. One of them is a baby to the boob. At this event, my girlfriend was not ready to go to bed. She was just not ready to go to bed. And so she went back downstairs and she was having fun and she was mingling and she's just having fun. I am such a light sleeper. Through the brain tap, because it's gotten used to that delta, like deep, true deep sleep.
Deep,
I didn't even brain tap.
sleep.
I got into the room and I was out, and I brought the brain tap, but I didn't brain tap. She said, Kelli, we were banging on the door. I was banging. I had to go get security. I had to get the key. I was banging on the door and I literally couldn't get you up. And I thought, oh my gosh, my brain has been retrained, because usually I am up so quick and so easy, but I'm thinking, man, I got to that deep level. I woke up the next day so refreshed and I was like, man, it's really retrained how I sleep. Mm-hmm. And here, the fact that, she's banging on the door and she's like, Kelli, I could not believe, I couldn't wake. And I'm like, I couldn't believe you can't wake me, because I wake up so easily. I'm the lightest sleeper. And here I think it's programming me to literally, and I got such a good night's sleep. So if it can rewire you to get a great night's sleep, and if you are like a light sleeper and all of a sudden you're, getting up all throughout the night, to really get into that deep sleep, it's a game changer. What would life be like if you got an extra hour or 2 of real sleep a night versus up and down? So I feel like just for that alone, it's a game changer.
Well, I just want to add that when Patrick Porter, the inventor of Brain Tap, came on to the classroom, he said, really what we need is 1 good hour of Delta sleep. So even if you have 3 hours of sleep and if you have 1 hour of good Delta sleep, you're good. And so that's what's important. So so this isn't about Brain Tap. I just want to invite you to, if you are in the area or if you want to drive to Cocoa Village for the plant-based, try the Brain Tap. You need to get your name on a schedule, sign in, because we only have 2 headsets, unless Kelli, we're not going to make you do that. We only have 2 headsets, and we'll have an area where you can recline and just enjoy being grounded, as well as experiencing Brain Tap. And so again, that's March 1st, 2020. So if you're watching this another time, it's March 1st, 2020 from 11 to 5 at Riverfront Park in historic Cocoa Village. So we want to invite you there. Keep Me Safe Organics are going to be there, and they're going to be doing hand facials, and Kelly Mitchell is going to be doing makeovers. So again, you need to sign yourself up for that and be able to truly enjoy the experience of learning plant-based. Another thing, we are giving away 2 of the deodorants. They are the activated charcoal deodorants from Keep Me Safe Organics. There we go. Oh my God, no one has ever done that in the classroom, Rebecca. You are the first. Thank you so much for that. And so if you want to get your own, not Rebecca's or not mine, if you want your own, all you need to do is like and share this post, tag somebody. The more you are a part of the action, because that is something else that I want to talk about, is the action and of having a desire, is taking action. And so the more you take action, the more your name will be placed in the winner's basket. And then I will draw 2 names on Friday, and we will make sure that all of you have an opportunity to win. So with that in mind, I want to take the time and thank all my sponsors for taking a stand and for thinking outside the box and stepping out in courage and holding the hand of the classroom, the Lillian McDermott Radio Show classroom. So I want to encourage you to go to whenyouneedafriend.com, subscribe, which also just want you to know that Ground Therapy, we are giving away, because I've got my little Keep Me Safe Organics bag here, but we are giving away 1 Unimat, 1 universal mat, which is what I have on my feet right now. And I know that both Kelly and Rebecca are also grounding, yes, which helps reduce inflammation in the body. So we're giving away 1. So this is going to be a contest for that's coming up for March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day. And what you need to do is tag, like and follow the Lillian McDermott Radio Show on Facebook this week. This is what you need to do. And if you've already done that, let me know, and I'll add you on there that you're already a follower. I don't want to. The people that have been loyal to the classroom, I want to also honor you. So if you've already liked and followed, send me an instant message. Let me know, or that you've already done it. And like this broadcast, share this broadcast, and tag as many people as you want. The more you act, the more your name will be added too. So we've got lots of giveaways coming up soon, including, of course, the Keep Me Safe Organics deodorant. Go ahead, Vanna, show me your pits. And so
let me tell you, so I am a horrible sweater, okay?
Are you?
Yes. Okay. So it's really funny because my body itself doesn't really sweat, but my armpits and my feet sweat like mad. And in the past, the only thing that I could get that really kind of would keep my wetness at bay and stop it completely was the clinical strength deodorant. But I stopped using that many, many years ago. So for a long time, I just walked around with like these big, huge, embarrassing wet marks all over my shirt. And I just got to where I would wear only dark colors because then you couldn't see it. And so this deodorant is the first deodorant. I think it's why I'm so passionate about this formulation that I made, because I was like, no, I'm not going to stop until I actually create something that does control the wetness. And does it take it all away? No, I think that's almost impossible on me, unless, like I say, you're putting something in there that's actually stopping the sweat gland.
But you want to sweat. You want to perspire.
You want to. Yes,
yeah.
You want to
or
perspire.
Else you'll explode.
Yes. Yes. But I'm telling, look, I'm back to wearing light colored shirts. The last few times that you guys have seen me out, I've been in light colored tops, and it's not like I'm sneaking in the back to keep reapplying. No, it's lasting all day, and it's helping with the wetness. So I can't wait to see who wins this.
I'm looking forward to that too. You know, it's amazing. So with that in mind, make sure that you participate. Do everything you possibly can. And so again, go to whenyounneedafriend.com. Please become a subscriber, because that'll be next week's thing that you have to do. So become a subscriber to win the Unimat. And then also check out my social media, like, follow, do all that. And so, as well as YouTube, which is the third week that you like and subscribe, the third week to win the Unimat. Check out the sponsors. Click on the sponsors page. Sponsors like Liberty Health Share, First Alternative Care, Dr. Stephen Grable, which you can see right there, all the different sponsors that we have. Dr. Stephen Grable, the Pharmacy in Merritt Island, Live Longer Medical, and Brain Tap. And as always, you too can become an enrolled student. I'm asking for help, time, talent, or treasure. So figure out a way that you can not only help the classroom as an enrolled student, but you can support my sponsors. And okay, the last but not the least is Keep Me Safe Organics. We have formed a partnership here. It's beyond me just representing them. We are so connected at this point. It's been a year. And it seems like we just met one another. We always are coming up. It's almost like we were put together to support one another, to get to that place where we always want to go. So just know that when you go to whenyounneedafriend.com and you click on my sponsors page or my shopping bag, click on the Tree of Life. And when you go there and you order whatever it is that you want to order, you can, if you enter Lily 10, when you check out, you get 10% off your entire order. That's my gift to you. And I'm so grateful for Keep Me Safe Organics to allow me to do that, because that's a way that we can give back to everybody as well. So thank you,
and
ladies.
Lillian, I have one more thing that I don't know if you know that's changed. Shipping is $4.95. Is that right, Rebecca?
Yes.
And then if you spend over $80, your shipping is free.
Ooh,
so not only do they get 10%,
new.
they get free shipping. So this is truly the time to really get clean products into your life, because it is a game changer. And we do know that what we put on the skin, the largest organ, does matter. And I think a lot of times people really don't relate the anxiety or the depression or the not feeling good to what's going on in their environment, what they're putting in their mouth, what they're putting on their skin. And it's like, at the end of the day, if you can release and limit that toxic burden, oh my gosh, right? All of a sudden, 3 weeks from now, you're like, why do I feel so good? Like, what's happening, you know? Yeah. And it's really that you stop the overflood of chemicals coming into the body. And it really is a game changer.
Absolutely. And so talk about game changer. So in trying to create the life that we want, and ending the fear and ending the fault blaming and finding the time to do requires action. So nothing can be done. A thought, first it's a thought, then it's a feeling, then it's an action. We think it, then we feel it, and then we act how we feel. So we need to nip it in the thought. That was something that it came to me many years ago. I've got a meme out there as nip it in the thought. You know, the world says nip it in the bud. I say nip it in the thought, because once we start reprogramming the brain, just like we talked about with Brain Tap, or just becoming aware, you don't need the Brain Tap headset. You can, if you want Brain Tap, if you want to try it, just send me a link, just instant message me or tell me you want it, and I'll send you the QR code so that you can try it for free for 15 days or for 99 cents for 45 days. Either way, it's a great deal. And even though you don't have the headset, you can still enjoy it. But what are the times in your life? And I had mentioned that if I would have said no to being a host of my own radio show, I don't think I'd be here today. I don't think, I'm talking about spiritually, emotionally, physically, to be able to heal my body in different levels, in different ways. So saying yes is what I want to talk about next. It's not only taking action, but saying yes. I was driving to the gym. This was last year or so. I wrote an article about this because it really, on Florida Today, you can check it out. it really dawned on me. I was listening to a preacher, and he was just like, I mean, he was like, just so adamant that if you just wish it, that God will bring it into your life. And that's part true. God is not Santa Claus. And Santa Claus is not even Santa Claus. So what I want to talk about now is that this preacher said, even if you don't work for it and you want a car, that car will appear on your driveway. To me, that may happen. That could happen. But our chances of saying yes to whatever the action plan is, first we make a decision to do something, then we create 3 action plans to create it. But wishing alone is just a wish.
Mm-hmm.
So Rebecca, let's talk about times in your life that you've said yes and have taken action and have created it. How has that turned out for you?
You know what, Lillian, that it has turned out amazingly. And like we said at the beginning, if I would have given into the fear, if I would have let the fear win whenever I left corporate America and moved into the salon industry, and then whenever I moved from the salon industry, the service-based industry, into consumer goods, if I would have let fear win whenever I made the transition into both of those things, we wouldn't be here today. And if I would have stopped at just Keep Me Safe Organics, we wouldn't be here today. And so it's always about continuing to grow and continuing to walk in the calling that I think that God has placed on all of us. And, I love what one of my mentors and friends, Tim Story, says. And he says that God puts his super on your natural and you have supernatural success, but it requires action. Just like you say, you have to take a step. You have to make a commitment that I'm going to go for something, and you have to take one small step every single day towards that.
Wonderful. And so with Kelli, I want you to give an action plan for people that are either advocates of Keep Me Safe Organics or would like to become, and we have about 5 minutes left in the broadcast, that would like to become an affiliate or an advocate of Keep Me Safe. Let's talk about action there.
Perfect. So real quick, just to piggyback on Rebecca, in the scripture, it says faith without works is dead. And I do love the fact that you can, what I feel like is happening is you can really get yourself so built up and so excited that it truly makes the work effortlessly, because you're so filled up and you're so joyful and it's just overflowing. And now the action is really not having to take this huge, gigantic action. It's just like you are just working. When you start to work in a space that really is like you are doing something bigger than yourself, it's like you're kind of like the mission is bigger than you, right? Keep Me Safe is bigger than Rebecca and I, right? It's just bigger, right? And so when you start to do that, it's like all of a sudden there's this energy and this passion, and it's like you're in that zone and it's no longer work. So I just encourage you, if you are wanting to join with us or to get started with us, you're going to want to click on Lily's button where you have the Keep Me Safe Organic symbol. You go to her page. There is a button through Lillian's page with the tree, and you're going to click there, and you're going to look for this tab, and it's going to be either on the top or it's going to be at the very bottom page, and it's going to say Join Now. And if you do want to join and be an affiliate and wind up making 30% of every sell that you sell, you can go there and join. And we have advocates where there's kits and products. We also have an affiliate. If you are have a huge following and you are into the affiliate marketing, there's a digital enrollment that you can enroll in. You don't get any products with it, but there's great for you to be able to share your passion. And so we've made it to where there's so many ways to win with Keep Me Safe. And so we're really excited to help you take your next step. So if natural products are important to you, this is definitely a step I would take, and just to lock arms with these powerful women that we've surrounded ourselves with in this amazing tribe, and just really run the race that you're born for, right?
I love it. I love it. So if somebody wanted to become an advocate and start their own business, whether it's a little bit of, side money or some incredible mad money. So what is the cost for someone to enroll?
Okay. So we have the digital enrollment, which is no products. You get 30% of everything you sell, and that is $0. Mm-hmm. Then we have our $99 sizzle kit that has like a lot of the body products. And so you can get started with $99 and it's under $10 a month for your replicated website. Mm-hmm. Then we have like a mega makeup kit. And that is with the skincare, and that is $229. And that comes with your website for a year. So when you really break it down, we're talking under $20 a month to do a business, which is pretty insane. So it's definitely affordable. And, you know, part of the mission and the heart, my husband and I started out in poverty. And so we really didn't have a pot to pee in. We didn't even, the dollar store stuff was too expensive. So to really be able to give women an opportunity to stay home with their babies, earn extra income, live the life that they were born to live, and just wind up going out and loving on people, sharing a great product, really overcoming some of their fears. It just gets so exciting. And the person that I was 10 years ago when I started on my network marketing journey is a different person sitting here today. And it is so exciting. So that's kind of the excitement and how much fun. So 3 kits, 3 ways to win. And you can find it all through Lillian's website.
And I also want to add, for those of you who are advocates, and this is something that I'm really thrilled about, because as you know, I bring ancillary products to doctors and it was so wonderful to find out that there is another way. If you're an advocate at Keep Me Safe Organics, they also have a retail line that can only be purchased through the retailer. You can't purchase it online. You can't purchase it other than through a affiliate. And it's called Lily Rose. And I have been so excited about Lily Rose. I think that's why I chose to wear rose today, ladies, because Lily Rose is a way for you, if you don't want to do multi-level marketing or start your own business that way, or maybe you want to augment that. You go to spas, you go to doctors, you can say, this is something that you can bring your patients. And so if you're interested in that, just reach out to me. I'll help you. I'll help you, coach you with that, because that's what we were doing with Dr. Gramuth. We were bringing a product that she could bring to her patients. And so you either have Keep Me Safe Organics or Lily Rose. Either way, win-win. And I want to thank you, ladies, for thinking outside the box and saying yes to opportunity. Because if you say no to opportunity, then you never know if you could have really done it. So, but when you say yes and you go for it and you start working at it, even if you decide, not what I want, at least you tried, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. So 1 minute, Kelli, 1 minute, words of wisdom for saying yes.
Yes. So Lily, I just love you and I thank you. And I'm so proud because at the end of the day, our mission is to get safe, affordable products into people's hands so they don't really wind up with the fate that my dad had. And so I just love it because at the end of the day, if, you get excited and MLM and you want to build a residual, we have that opportunity. And then if you're also excited about maybe you're a doctor and you're like, I'm not into the MLM. I can't do anything that's MLM. We have that opportunity too. And so it really is a beautiful way to really create the love and the mission.
Perfect. Rebecca?
I piggyback exactly on what Kelli said there. There's 2 ways to win. If you don't have your own brick and mortar, you don't have your own practice and you're looking for a business opportunity, that is amazing. Keep Me Safe is your option. If you are a practitioner and you're looking for safer alternatives for your clients, then Lily Rose is a beautiful option for you.
Win-win. I am so thrilled to learn about both opportunities through Keep Me Safe Organics. And I want to say thank you to you guys. Please remember, we have like a little teacher's pet conference after the classroom. Rebecca always pulls a little rabbit out of her hat. Maybe she'll just show us her armpits again. But today I want to remind you that we are giving away 2 of these. You know what to do. We're going to be at Cocoa Village on Sunday, March 1st. And what else do we have? We have the giveaway. We have the giveaway. So much to say yes to. When are we going to start? Make it today. Yes or today. Please remember, we'll be right here waiting for you worldwide at whenyouneedafriend.com. This is Lillian McDermott, Rebecca Black, and Kelli Bono wishing you love, peace, joy, and unexpected abundance. Make it the best day ever! Yay!
The opinions and advice expressed on the Lillian McDermott radio show are intended for the individual callers and guests on the program and are presented to our wider audience solely for general educational purposes. Please act responsibly and consult personally with your own medical, psychological, or nutritional expert before taking any steps to improve your life.
Great, great, great opportunity to bring out, so many things that we have done in the past and reframe it into a beautiful picture. There have been many times where, as a photographer or taking a picture, you just see that the angles, the lighting, something is wrong in the picture. Something is missing from the picture. You could take the picture and you can carry that picture that you didn't want to take, or you can take a picture of by moving things around, shifting things, seeing it at a different angle, putting a different light on it. And that's what we were talking about today. And so I want to encourage all of you to start reframing what you want in your life. And so with that, I want to acknowledge all of you that have been in the classroom. So thank you so much, Kay and Debbie. If you don't say hello or if you don't type something in there, I have no idea that you're watching. So let us know where you're from. And Debbie, I just want to say, Rebecca and Kelly, Debbie Hartwell says, happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. I love my Keep Me Safe products. Tell me which one's the product that you love the most, Debbie, and we'll add you into the extra, we'll add your name, an extra name in the winner's basket. And you as well, Kay, you said sounds good. So what sounded good today? What are some of the commitments that you're willing to make? So with that in mind, as we just finished the broadcast and now it's just us, chatting, Rebecca, anything that you would like to say that maybe wasn't said earlier that you would like to add?
This is more of like the motivation, and I just feel like needs to be said. I think that every single one of us has a calling and we have a desire for something. And a lot of times we just don't know what the next step to take is. And we let that fear set in and they're like, well, I'm not going to be perfect. It's not going to work out 100%. And you let that fear win. I encourage you today to not let the fear win, to just take one step forward. Figure out one thing that you can do today. Maybe it's, who can I call that can point me in the right direction to make this happen? Mm-hmm. Who has a solution that it is that I need? We create products that help people with an array of issues, and most of them are some skin issues. And had I given into the fear that, well, I don't really know what I'm doing, I can't be doing this, we wouldn't have been able to have the testimonials that we have today. Mm-hmm. And whenever you read the testimonial of a bride that started our skincare 3 weeks before her wedding day, and she suffered with cystic acne and wanted to look beautiful in her pictures, and she gave our skincare a try, and her skin looked better than it had in years, and she was so proud of her wedding photography for that day. Whenever you know that you have a small piece in that, it is the best feeling in the world. So you don't have to have it perfect, but you just have to get going and figure out one thing that you can do today that will push that ball a little further down the line. If it's bringing $500 into your family income each month, get on the phone with somebody who can help you make that happen.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. And I want to say something about what you said about the skin. Typically the people that are giving the testimonials, or that you say the product helps for people with skin, excuse me, keeping in mind that the product goes into our body, we don't know what we don't know. So after learning about lymphatic, next week we're going to dive into lymphatics. The toxic chemicals that are in our body can go into our organs. Our bodies are going to say, whenever we put a product on our skin or eat a product that is not natural, that is not designed by nature, like Keep Me Safe Organics. And that's one of the things Kelly and I have been talking about, that Keep Me Safe Organics, Lily Rose, is designed, it's like how nature intended it to be, right? Mm-hmm. And so when you either eat a food that is not natural or put something on your skin that is not natural, it starts an intruder alert system ringing of bells and whistles in your body that you don't hear, because your cells are so intelligent. They're already fighting for you. They are just like gobbling things up. Unfortunately, the way it stores, it could store into an organ because the organ is like taking it. And then that's when we start developing problems with part of our organs. That's how we develop problems with, and then the symptom, right? Because the body is protecting then we developed an autoimmune condition where they say the body is turning and eating your organs up. That's not what the body's doing. What the body is doing is trying to remove the chemical from that organ. And that's why thyroid conditions, and that's why, you get these conditions. But once we detox that, whether it's through our lymphatic system, through clean eating, the body will get rid of it. It'll get rid of it. So yes, you can think of Keep Me Safe Organics and Lily Rose Botanicals as, a skin to help with skin, but it goes much deeper than that. Does that make sense, Rebecca?
It does. It makes perfect sense. And you said it beautifully.
And what about you, Kelly? Anything that we didn't say that you would like to add?
No, I truly love that. And, it's like at the end of the day, fear is real. Let's just be honest. If none of us had fears, we'd be in the 0.111% of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But what I love about, the Tiger Woods and the Kobe Bryants and the LeBron James and all the greats is they kept showing up every single day. Nobody ever is born. Right. Doctors aren't born surgeons. They don't just wake up, from birth and say, oh, I know how to do heart surgery and I know how to do this. Or, Kobe didn't just be born and he was this great basketball player. He had to show up every day to the field, show up every day to the mat, and he had to put the work in, and he had to strengthen his brain, and he had to really get the cylinders and the belief going.
Yeah.
And many times in life, it's like the first step to 1,000 miles, is one step. And I know sometimes that step can be hard, but I just encourage you to take the step. As you step out, as you start to do things over and over and over and over and over again, and as you start to build on that success builds on success. And then all of a sudden you're going to turn around and you're going to be living the life that you love. And you're like, oh my gosh, what did it happen on day one? No. Was Kobe Bryant, throwing those shots on day one? No, absolutely not. He was fumbling around, and he just said it just the success built on success built on success. And I often see this with actors in Hollywood. If you'll go back to some of their first movies, you're like, they're horrible. They're, you can just see that they're just not outstanding. They're like, oh my gosh. But what happened is they've done so many movies. They've done so much. They're doing their art. And after the end of doing their art, they're great. They're getting Oscars because now they've had the practice, right? They've had the practice. They've put in the time. They put in the hours. And now you're seeing art unfold in front of you. And we all have that inside of us. And so I would just say, just take the first step, right? Take the first step, right? I hear all the time, I'm not a good salesperson. Nobody is, right? Nobody's a good salesperson.
But you don't need to sell. All you need to do is
educate.
Exactly what
I was going to say.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Because every time I hear that, it's like, oh, you sell. No, I don't sell. I don't sell anything.
Yes.
I give you an opportunity, but go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
I was going there. I was going there. Lillian, your sales resonated with what I was saying because it's not selling when you're passionate and you believe. Just like Kobe Bryant was not selling basketball tickets, right? He was just doing his art and the fans and the crowd just come around him, right? That is what happens when you are doing your art and you just go and you do it. And so I would just say, start, and don't let fear creep in because we all have it. It's something that we have to face every single day. There's not one person, I think, on the planet that is ever going to escape fear. You have to just step up. And by you stepping up, the fear automatically kind of just goes away. And people, even the greats say, I'm fearful every day. I just step up and do it. I'm fearful every day. I just step up and do it. I'm fearful every day. I just step up and do it. And I would encourage you to step up and do it because your destiny awaits you. Your destiny awaits you and the world needs you.
Very good. Very good. Thank you so much. I just want to remind all of you one more time that we are giving 2 deodorants. These are the activated charcoal deodorants. Show them pits and be proud of them. There you go. And so go ahead and put that on. Oops, I'm sorry. I just knocked my microphone over. There you go. Put it on so that we can see how it applies. So even though it's gray or charcoal color, it's clear on your skin. And so it has everything that you need. And so Rebecca, next time I see you, I'm going to be checking out your pits to see if there's some smell there, or no, not smell, the wet. So that we are designed to perspire.
Yes,
we are designed. I did not know that you had that, and I'm sure that can cause some fears in your life to be worried that you're going to be perspiring, and especially in the beauty industry, you want to smell good. So I'm sure that you created one fantastic product.
Yes, for sure. Thank you for that. But yeah, there's nothing worse than having like these big old sweaty pits all over the place. I mean, goodness gracious.
But you have more than the activated charcoal. But we're just giving away 2 today. You have the lavender, the unscented, and what else do you have?
And the cedarwood lime.
Cedarwood lime. And what does this one smell like?
This one is actually zested vanilla. So this is organic.
I still smell some lime in here.
Yeah, there's lime. Yeah, it's organic lime. Yep, okay. Zested lime.
Love it.
Or zested vanilla. So there is a beautiful wood called Peru of Balsam. And so it smells like vanilla. And so that's why I call it zested vanilla, because it definitely has a little bit of the warmness of the vanilla smell, but it's the organic lime essential oil that is your first smell that you notice about that deodorant, which is also antibacterial.
Very good. And so I want to encourage you guys to get your name in the winner's basket. The way you do it is by putting your name below. Tell me that you want the activated charcoal deodorant. Just write it down in the comment section. If you want your name put on more, then you need to require more action. So like the show, share it with a friend. So tag somebody. There's so many different ways you can get your name added to the winner's basket. The second thing, I want to invite you, all of you, and so let people know that the Fresh Fest, we want to promote healthy living. There's so much out there that is promoting pharmaceuticals and Doritos. We need to, not that I'm saying that Doritos is the only bad food. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is processed foods. And so there's so much that's out there promoting that, but we need to do our part to promote health and wellness. You can use a fork as a weapon of mass destruction, or a tool to heal every part of your body. So I want to encourage you to go to Space Coast Fresh Fest. And I know, Leslie, you said you're going to be there. So I'm looking forward to meeting you on March 1st. And so it's Saturday, March 1st from 11 to 5. And it's at Riverfront Park in historic Cocoa Village. And also click onto my Lucky Leprechaun giveaway so that you too can get a free giveaway. And remember, sign up. You got to sign up. Grab what you want. Seize the moment. Arrive. Put your name. If you want to try Brain Tap, which we're going to allow people to try our Brain Tap, and then there's the makeovers, there's the hand facials. There's so much, so they can try the product that you can do to start living the life of your dream. Any final words, ladies?
We love you. Lillian, if you need my Brain Tap for Sunday, you can have it, my darling. You have to give it back.
That's very generous. That's very generous.
It's hard for me to listen. That's like loaning your baby away. Right. But listen, for the good of people, I'm absolutely on board. I would love to help in any way, because it is a game changer.
Well, we might have 3 Brain Taps, so we'll need a 3rd recliner chair. So we'll have to figure out how to do that one. But or maybe people can just lay on the ground while they're getting the earth frequency. Yep. And getting the earth energy while they're tapping. So we'll figure something out. Yep.
Yoga mat will do.
Yoga mat will do. Okay, ladies, thank you so much for everything that you guys
you.
are doing to create wholeness in the world. And to all of you teachers' pets who are still on board, you know what to do. Start spreading the news, start spreading the word, and start spreading that we are enough to do whatever we want to do in life. It requires a change of action, a thought. First it's the thought, then it's the feeling, then it's the action. So let's do it. So we'll say goodbye for now, and I hope to see you soon. And remember, stay tuned for the activated charcoal winner on Friday. So here we go. We're just going to say bye. Say bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye. Love
Love you
y'all.
guys.